Alright people, what it is, it's your boy I Grind Yu-Gi-Oh! We are back with another deck profile. This time we have a top 4 German Open Frankfurt Sky Striker Maliss deck profile. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, but let's get into the deck profile. So this time we have a 40 card main deck. This time we play 3 Maliss Dormouse. Maliss Link monsters that point to this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Maliss Dormouse once per turn. During your main phase, you can activate this effect by banishing. You can activate this effect, banish one Maliss monster from your deck. Also for the rest of the turn, Maliss monster you control gain 600 attack. If this card is banished, you can pay 300 life points, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Link monsters. Then we play 3 Maliss White Rabbit. You take no damage from battles involving Maliss Link monsters that point to this card. You can only use each of the following effects of Maliss White Rabbit once per turn. If this card is no more special summon, you can set one Maliss trap from your deck with a different name than the cards in the graveyard. If this card is banished, you can pay 300 life points, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Link monsters. Then we play 2 Maliss Chessy Cat. Any monster destroyed a battle with the Maliss Link monster that points to this card is banished. You can only use each of the following effects of Maliss Chessy Cat once per turn. During your main phase, you can banish one card from your hand. Then you can draw 2 cards. If this card is banished, you can pay 300 life points, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from an extra deck for the rest of the turn except Link monsters. Then we play 1 Dotscaper. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. If this card is banished, you can special summon this card. You can only use 1 Dotscaper effect per turn and only once that turn. You can only use each effect of Dotscaper once per duel. Then we play, interesting, we only play 2 Bestials. One Bestial Magnum. You can target 1 light or dark monster in the graveyard, banish it, and if you do special summon this card from your hand, this is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect during the end phase of the turn. Add 1 dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand except Bestial Magnum. You can only use each effect of Bestial Magnum once per turn. Then we play 1 Bestial Druid Swarm. 3 Maliss and Underground. When this card is activated, you can banish 1 Maliss card from your hand, deck, or graveyard. While 3 or more of your Maliss traps with different names are banished, Maliss Link monsters you control gain 3,000 attack. While you control a Maliss Link monster, your opponent monsters can only target Maliss Link monsters for attacks. You can only activate 1 Maliss and Underground per turn, so get 3 of those. Then we get into the Sky Striker engine, which is very, very powerful. I'm glad these cards are back to 3. 3 Mobilize Engage. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, add 1 Sky Striker card from your deck to your hand, except Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Then we play 1 Sky Striker Mecha Hunter Drones. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, special summon 1 Sky Striker Ace token in defense position, which cannot be attributed. And if you control 3 or more spells in your graveyard, when this effect resolves, the token's attack/defense become 1500 instead. Then we play 1 Sky Striker Mecha Widowmaker. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, target 1 face-up effect monster on the field. Negate that face-up monster's effect until the end of the turn. Then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can take control of that monster until the end phase. Then we play 1 Triple Tap Talents. If your opponent has activated a monster effect during your main phase this turn, activate 1 of these effects. Draw 2 cards. Take control of 1 monster your opponent control until the end phase. Look at your opponent's hand and choose 1 card from it, shuffle it into the deck. And you can only activate 1 Triple Tactic Talent per turn. Then we play 3 Triple Tactics Thrust, which is very, very interesting. If your opponent has activated a monster effect during this turn, set 1 normal spell/trap from your deck except Triple Tactics Thrust, or if your opponent controls a monster, you can activate it. You can add it to your hand. That set card cannot be activated this turn. You can only activate 1 Triple Tactic Thrust per turn. Then we play 2 Allure Darkness. Draw 2 cards, then banish 1 dark monster from your hand. Or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. Then we play 3 Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, change as many face-down defense position monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-up defense position. Then your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters changed face-up by this effect. Then we play 1 Terraformer. Add 1 field spell from your deck to your hand. 1 Gold Shark. Banish 1 card from your deck face up during your second standby phase. After this card's activation, add that card to the hand. Then we play 1 GWO6. I think we know what these cards do. 1 MTPO7. So basically this one is the Monster Reborn from Grave. You could special summon one of your Maliss monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. Then if you control a Maliss Link monster, you could gain life points equal to the original attack of that special summon monster. This one will add one Maliss monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you control a Maliss Link monster, you could banish one card in the field. Then this one will special summon. So let me make sure I find it. Special summon one Maliss monster from your deck, or if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, you can special summon one Maliss Link monster from your extra deck. Instead, for the rest of this turn, that summon monster cannot attack and neither player can activate its effects. Then we play 1 D barrier in the main, which is very, very interesting. 3 infinite impermanence, 3 dominance impulse. If your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a card or effect that includes an effect that special summons a monster, negate that effect. Then if you have a trap in your graveyard, destroy that card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effect of light, earth, or wind monster for the rest of this turn. You can only activate 1 dominance impulse per turn. Let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck, 1 Heart's Cryptor. Quick effect, you can target one of your banished Maliss cards, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do banish 1 card in the field, while this card points to a monster, this effect and this activation cannot be negated. If this card is banished, you can pay 900 life points, special summon it, and double its attack. You can only use each effect of Maliss Heart's Cryptor once per turn. Then we play 1 Red Ransom. While this card points to a monster, the original attack and defense of all effect monsters your opponent control are switched. You can only use each of the following effects of Maliss Red Ransom once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Maliss spell from your deck to your hand. If this card is banished, you can pay 900 life points, special summon it. Then you can banish 1 Cyberburst monster from your deck. Then we play 1 White Binder. If this card is special summon, you can target 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them. During your main phase, you can set 1 Maliss Trap from your deck or graveyard. If this card is banished, you pay 900 life points, special summon it. Then you can draw 1 card. You can only use each of the following effects. Only use each effect of Maliss White Binder once per turn. Then we play 1 Sky Striker Ace Kagari. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 Sky Striker spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Gain 100 life points for each spell in your graveyard. You can only special summon Sky Striker Ace Kagari once per turn. Then we have 1 Link Decoder, 1 Firewall Dragon for basically a bounce. 1 Neo Tempest Terahertz. Basically, this is the guy inboard right here. Send the extra deck monster to the graveyard for Omni Negate. Well, not an Omni Negate. I think it's Spell Trap Negate. 1 Link Spider, 1 Lingaribo, 1 Splash Mage, 1 Axis Code, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Hagrid Lizardos, 1 Cyberburst Deceive Worm. Then we play 1 Enigmaster Pack Bit. If this card is synchro summon or sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard or 1 face-up monster your opponent control. Discard 1 card, and if you do, place that monster in its owner's spell or trap zone as a face-up continuous trap. During the player's turn, if this card is a continuous trap, you can special summon 1 face-up monster from your spell or trap zone. You can only use each following effects of Ignister Pack Bit once per turn. Then we play, for the side deck, have 3 Artifact Lancias. Basically, Lancia's game in the mirror. 3 Dimensional Shifter. This is the God card. Basically you can stop any plays or cards that would send something to the graveyard for cost. 3 more Charming Follows. I'm surprised it's not in the main, but they have it in the side. But basically you just draw 1 card every time your opponent was summoned from the deck or extra deck, which is very, very good. You immediately draw 1 card. Alright, so here's the extra Bestial. Another Bestial Druid Swarm. 1 Call by the Grave. 3 Crossout Designator. And then we have 1 Different Dimension Ground. This turn, any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So that'll wrap up the deck profile. Top 4 German Open Frankfurt Sky Striker Maliss deck profile. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy YUGIOH.